So I finally watched the movie Interstellar by Christopher Nolan, and I was blown away by the incredible work behind the movie. I was even more impressed by Hans Zimmer's soundtrack, a truly remarkable masterpiece that really made the movie look and sound even better. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the movie, go listen to the soundtrack before you keep watching this video. Now, I came up with my version of this soundtrack, which is based on 4 simple chords and created 15 variations. I took a Canon in the approach, where you repeat the same chord progression, but every time with something new. So I tried to create a beautiful journey with a beginning, a climax, and an ending. And today I'm gonna show it to you. Now you can listen to my instrumental, I'll leave the link in the description down below. Today I'm gonna be using a classical guitar, but of course you can also use an acoustic guitar. Part 1, the opening with root and thirds. In this section we highlight the 4 chords with the most basic chord shapes using the root note and the third of each chord. It's a 3/4 time signature and each chord lasts for 3 counts. We are playing F major twice, G major twice, A minor twice, and G major again twice, this time with the root note and 5th, G and D. Part 2, the theme. Let's add a pedal note to the chords. The E string will be played after each chord, always on the 2nd count. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Part 3, 2-note melody. It's the same as part 2, but now we add a simple melody of just 2 notes on the last quarter note of each measure. We are in the key of C major, so we use the notes of the C major scale to create the melody. Part number 4, open chords. Here we add more depth to the chords by playing fuller and richer chord shapes using colorful chords. We have a beautiful F major 7th chord, a G6 chord, A minor, and G6 again. Of course, we also make the melody longer since now it starts on the 2nd beat of each measure. Part 5, embellishing the melody. Now, same as part 4, but with an embellished melody. I like to use thirds. Let me explain that. So now for the F major, we have this beautiful melody in thirds. And we'll do the same thing for the other chords. So G6, A minor, and G again, we finish with the simple melody. Part number 6, the Spanish Arpeggio. Now let's bring in more movement by playing an 8-note value arpeggio. We are going to alternate a melody played with the thumb with the E open string. It's going to be quite interesting. Let me play it for you. So the idea is that we play the melody with the thumb, while alternating the first open string. again. We finish with F and G. Part number 7, the Cascading Arpeggio. We get into the second part of the journey with this finger-picking arpeggio played in triplets. We are playing 9 notes per measure. We can break down this arpeggio into 3 triplets. The first triplet will have the thumb on the 6th string, then 5th, 4th, and then the second triplet on the 3rd string, 4th, and 5th. So it's thumb, index, middle, ring, middle, index. We finish with the last triplet on the 1st string, 2nd string, and 3rd string with ring, middle, and index. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can repeat the whole thing again. We finish with this beautiful cascading melody. Part number 8, Cascading Melody. Now in this part we are adding a beautiful melody to the chords. The idea is to create a question and answer between the chords played with the arpeggio and the melody played with the descending scale. We always alternate a chord with a melody. So we start with the chord played with the arpeggio. Then we play the bass note of the chord and the descending scale. And we will do the same thing for all the other chords. G6, A minor, and G major. Be careful with this one, this is quite stretchy. Now A minor, and G, and E minor. Part 9, the E String Riff. We have finally reached the climax with the most technical part. Here we want the same phrase to build up in volume and pitch. So for each chord, the melody will move up the fretboard. I'm also using a technique called pull-off. Let me show it to you. Now we can break down this riff into 2 sections. The first one, which will always have the melody on the E string. We play 1 note, then pull off, and 1 note again. And I like to alternate between index and middle, so I don't pluck with the same finger. It's always index with the note, pull off, and then index again. So this is the riff for the F major chord. And then a different melody. This is the second part, played with 1 note, a pull off, 1 note, a pull off, 1 note, and a pull off. When we put the whole thing together, now let's add the bass. For the G major chord, you have two options. You either play the G on the 4th string or the 3rd open string. Honestly, I like the fretted note better. Now A minor. And then we have the last melody with the G on the bass and the E on the bass. Now, part number 10, we go back to the Cascading Arpeggio. You already know this part. Part 11, we are going to play the Cascading Arpeggio with a simple melody. Now let's go back to open chords. Now back to the theme. We are finally back playing the same opening chords with root and third. And we finish with the A minor. Beautiful and intense journey. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. The tab will be available on the Patreon page as well as on ourpassionformusic.com. If you're serious about learning the guitar, check the courses on the website. I'm sure you'll love it. I'm gonna leave you to practice this. Enjoy this lesson, and I'll see you next time.